Radiant team ban. Dire team ban.
God. Any moment. Now.
Alright.
Radiant team's turn to ban.
Hello, welcome back. Beyond Epic League, upper bracket, second series of the day. In fact, the whole day is about upper brackets. And we already know that Team Liquid is going to be facing off against one of these two teams, but we need to figure out who. FlyToMoon versus Nigma. EU versus CIS's best shot at winning this tournament. What you got for me, Liz? Like, where you in this one? FlyToMoon, they've been a lot more impressive recently than what we've seen historically this year, right?
I mean, so if you compare them to themselves from before, they have been very impressive. Same can be said for Nigma though, because they had a really bad start of the year. They did win a couple of tournaments, but I don't know, it never felt like they were truly in their form. And now they've taken a series versus Secret. I believe it was 2-0 as well. Yes. They did really well there. Those heroes that they played, however, are already banned out, like the Ember Spirit that they really did. Miracle just popped off on that hero, so it's understandable that FlyToMoon likes to ban it out. Back to FlyToMoon though, they are beating everyone in the CIS. They're dealing with teams like Virtus.pro, also in the similar fashion, 2-0 in the last couple of series, so we'll see. It's going to be an interesting series.
Oh, most definitely, and a very early Meepo ban.
Then again, Ember played in the last series versus Secret. Meepo played as well in the last series versus Secret. But every time you're aiming a player like this, right, eliminating a player, or some cheesy picks like Meepo, you are leaving an opening. They do have the first pick, so you know they can play around that. Keep in mind that FlyToMoon loves to play Mars plus Phoenix, something like that, so they won't really shy away from picking Mars or Phoenix in the first phase, or maybe that's Rubik for Always Wanna Fly, that for Ohadens that he always plays. So
yeah, it's fair to say like that is the most obvious pick. I think we discussed before Aloha Dance how maybe that's one thing we'd like to see is if FlyToMoon expanded that hero pool from a bit, but at the same time with Rubik being such a solid pick at the moment, if you give him his best hero and it's in the meta, what's there to complain about?
Yeah, he does well with it almost every single game. If the game is good for Rubik, he does well. If the game is bad for Rubik, he does well, so things up. Always Wanna Fly as well, he's a peculiar player. Honestly, you saw that Secret last game and how many deaths Puppy had. That's a standard game for Always Wanna Fly.
Sure.
He's still surrounded by teams that are constantly winning in the CIS at least. They're constantly top 3. So, and he's usually the captain. So there's something to it. Maybe he's just one of those very sacrificial captains that control everything on the map, and because of that it's a little bit more difficult to play the hero itself, which that has happened before in the past multiple times to different.
Yeah, and you gotta keep in mind, like if we were to think most played heroes Always Wanna Fly, like two that come to mind is Jakiro and Undying.
Bane. Yeah,
Bane
as well now.
It's these heroes that patter out, right, in terms of like their ability to get kills. They can still do things in fights, but if it comes to shove, they're the first one being shoved overboard. Number one he plays as well. Yep.
Phoenix is something that they play quite often. When they play it, it looks like they have two positions, really. Always Wanna Fly is usually the one that plays it too. And the reason why this hero works for them is because they really set up their team fights around it really well. They always combo it with something like a Mars or something like a Tiny or an Axe, let's say. So they have a lot of team fight around it to protect that tag. We'll see if Nigma has studied that, and we'll see if Nigma actually does something about that Phoenix. It's not too difficult to deal with it. Some Mirana or some Weaver, already pretty good.
Yes. When it comes out at the start of the draft, you have the entire... It's not like this has been dropped on you 4 picks in where you're like, uh-oh. It's okay. Nature's Prophet, decent attack speed, and liking it. Hey, wait, who are we... Liz,
Like,
you don't
what?
address the Phoenix, you just get the zoo. Like,
What am I saying even? Who cares? Exactly, who cares about the Phoenix? Just get the Zoo. Axe is a pretty solid pick though for FlyToMoon. If they wanted to, that Axe is pretty solid, which is like in the lane. He's great later on. He's good with Phoenix as well to protect the egg.
5 seconds remaining.
Obviously, you could go for a different route. You can go Kunkka for Iceberg. You could go... that Kunkka would deal with the Prophet if he's mid and also is really strong versus Lycan. But you could still go back to the good old Mars. The cage itself is really good versus the wolf as well.
I mean, I think you need it right now because I've already figured out why this counters Phoenix. Right, Nature's Prophet just teleports out and like it shapeshifts and run away.
So the problem is a bit bigger for Phoenix here because Nature's Prophet has decent range, decent attack speed, and Lycan in the wolf form just deletes the egg. So it's not the easiest Phoenix game, but I'm sure FlyToMoon will find a way to secure it. I'm sure FlyToMoon will find some combos that will work with that tech to make for a good team fight.
Yeah, it's quite nice to have these kind of bulky frontliners that are able to group up, and then of course you go with the Sunray against the Lycan that's trying to attack you. All of a sudden, things.
Yeah, the thing is though, we're talking about these team fights, we're talking about these counters to the egg, about all these things, but the fact is Nigma have Nature's Prophet and Lycan. That itself is already... it's already hard to deal with these heroes.
It's a problem, and while there's some flex in Nigma's draft, you've already very clearly screamed, hey, here's our pos 4 and 5. FlyToMoon, you know, I guess you could say when you know what you're going to play from the start, you have a clear game plan in mind, but right now, this is definitely Nigma favored on the draft. We'll have to see what they've got in mind in the second phase.
10 seconds remaining.
I would go back to the Mars. I think it's a great ban for Nigma because not only is it great with Phoenix, the combo with Rubik is amazing because you have that. You don't have to go for any Yules or something like that, as you have Rubik lift into the spear. That's always a pretty reliable disable to have for a longer period of time. So maybe they'll go into that Mars direction, but maybe they will ban out some of those cores that they're scared about on position 1 and 2 versus the Lycan. We'll see. Maybe even the Axe.
They are eating their time a little bit about this. FlyToMoon, it was very clean cut for them. Like, okay, Beastmaster's already got. Get rid of the Visage needs to go out right now.
Yeah, they're taking care. They're just deleting the rest of the zoo. There are still some heroes that are in the pool that Kuro could play. You have the Enchantress, you have the Shen as well that they could go for. We'll see if they decide to go that way. I still think if you're Nigma, you would like to get another hero that's decent versus Phoenix, right? You would like to have something that's good versus the egg.
Alright, that's don't even let him egg situation. The shackle shots galore.
So this hero is good versus Phoenix because of the shackle, but keep in mind that the ultimate does not work versus the egg. You can't use your focus fire on the egg, and because of that, Phoenix actually has a decent time versus Wind Ranger. You have a lot of magical damage, and you don't care about the wind runs. So there are some upsides for the Phoenix in this matchup, but there are some upsides for the Wind Ranger as well because you have Nature's Prophet to set up for the shackle shot, and man, I love the Tide. It's not a hero we see a lot, but it's so cool.
It gives you some deep push. Also, it means that Wind Ranger, a hero that's always been known for this signature, I'll pick off one hero. You can't stun lock him and insta-kill him now because he'll just debuff that and be able to move away.
Man, it means
then with the egg.
It means that you have minus 50 damage in the lane. You have Anchor Smash and Rubik. You're literally not going to be able to last it as a Lycan. If these two connect, like Fate Bolt, minus damage, Tidehunter with his spells, it's going to be a difficult lane for the Lycan. This most likely will be the off lane, but keep in mind, if they do some shenanigans here on the Nigma side, and if they try to put Lycan mid, you could switch up and put Tidehunter mid. It's not conventional, but he crushes Lycan there as well and does really great with a lot of experience and a lot of early levels, a lot of early gold.
The other thing that Nigma has to think about now is you mentioned things like the Chen, the Enchantress, is whether you want to go towards those heroes anymore, because Tide Hunter, it is quite the big wrench in the works, right? It does screw up your plan a little.
Yeah, you could get something that deals with the Tide. Ursa perhaps, something along those lines. Instead they go for the Earth Spirit.
So either of these could be a Wii hero right now.
Yeah, exactly.
But likely the Wind Ranger.
They did play the Earth Spirit mid, they played the Wind Ranger mid as well. So the only question is Nature's Prophet. What do you think? Should this be the mind control Nature's Prophet?
You'd imagine so. It's kind of one of those heroes that you just think of when you think of mind control. There is, I don't know if we've seen too much Kuro 5 Nature's Prophet recently, but it's just a hero you can easily play in the 5 role right now.
I mean, Miracle did play it a few times too, right? On the position 1, so you could do that, but
imagine you're going to have, like, that's the thing, it's like Miracle should be on Lycan, but potentially Mind Control could be on Lycan, right? It's that interchangeability.
5 seconds remaining.
Now when you see this Phantom Lancer, and when you think about the Nigma side, you don't really have a lot of heroes that deal with the illusions. Earth Spirit could have a good start if he could have, I don't know, your E-Blades into Shivas or Halberd Shivas or whatever that he likes to go for, even a Veil. He could be your strong hero that deals with all that AoE, plus Wind Ranger with a power shot. It could be enough.
10 seconds
Person
remaining.
position 4 could be a little bit rougher if GH is playing.
5 seconds remaining.
We'll see though. FlyToMoon, they're expecting position 1 to be the last, so ban out the AAM.
So this is where we find out if this is going to be a Tide Hunter Iceberg hero. Like, we know that Iceberg loves to play as hero. He has played a lot of in the past.
I guess if you FlyToMoon, you're thinking it's general, and then you're picking your last pick, but you're staying open to the possibility of changing your roles, right? You could still roll the Tide Hunter on the offlane and the last pick. Nah, this is it. This is it. It's Iceberg Storm Spirit for sure, yeah. Tide Hunter offlane, Storm mid, Phantom Lancer. It's very clear cut when you see FlyToMoon how they will lane their lanes.
It's not a completely free Storm Spirit game though, because you can instant silence him with the Earth Spirit and initiate from there, right? So he does have to be a bit careful.
10 seconds
You have
remaining.
that, you have the Shackle Shot after. Lycan is always spooky with
5
his
seconds
Necro 3. He
remaining.
can burn through your mana quite fast, so there are some pretty decent things for Nigma versus that Storm.
Choose your hero.
Alright, into the Necrophos. So that's another way to try and get him, like Storm Spirit, not the tankiest of boys, so you can Scythe burst him because Power Shot, Earth Spirit, there is enough damage there. Wrath of Nature.
But they're not picking their heroes still.
They're like, tell us, FlyToMoon, what are you doing? Oh, hello, let us just go ahead and adjust this slightly. They were a little bit paranoid maybe that Iceberg was going to still go for that time.
Yeah, I don't think you can adjust things too much on Nigma as well. Maybe the Necro and the Prophet can switch up the lanes, right? Maybe Necro and...
I imagine it's like the big one for right now is like, you want Wind Ranger? And you'd imagine yes, because they just gave GH Earth Spirits. Now it'll clear itself up. This should be... actually, does it? I think this is Mind Control Necro.
Miracle Prophet.
There it is.
Miracle Prophet. Kuroki like it. Kuroki like it. All right. Yeah. So I think they might switch things up completely here, in which Miracle goes... And he doesn't really like the Tide Hunter lane. He doesn't really like the PL lane. But I would assume they will put still Mind Control with GH on the offlane, and then Kuro and Miracle on the safe lane, because a Miracle doesn't really need way too much help. He does have Kuro there. We'll see how much this position 5 Lycan will be able to contribute though. This is something, this is a curveball from Nigma. This is something interesting, yeah.
I tell you what the interesting part's going to be. Will he pick up boots early? Or will he just do exactly what every other Lycan does? I think rush the Helm with Dom Necro. Pie.
Yeah, I think you go for Necros here if you're Lycan. You still do that. Maybe Helm of Dominator instead. But this is... I know it's not great for them that they have a position 5 Lycan, but it's still
we don't know whether it's great or not yet.
Yeah, it's not... Let's say it's not standard.
Yeah, it's not meta.
Still good. Yeah, it's still good that they found a way to deal with the Tide Hunter on the offlane, because they had to, really.
Yeah, and this is also a case of now you have a hero that can just run at the Rubik on the lane, right? So you split the Rubik, the tied up, you maybe force one to use Fate Bolt on you, and all of a sudden we mentioned that like minus 50 damage isn't there for the Lycan. He will be able to farm. Oh, not Lycan, sorry, the Nature's Prophet. He'll be able to farm.
You see, click on Kuro. You see his item build. Welding Blade, Sage's Mask.
Oh,
Boys,
I see. So this is the infamous jungle support.
this is the good old boys. You didn't let me carry. You won't have a position 5. I'm going to the jungle.
Holy moly! Just sitting there. You can just imagine the comms Enigma. Curious. So, which one of you wants Lycan this game? And there's just silence. Like, we don't want to. We're bored. It's boring. We don't want to play Lycan anymore. Just a heavy sigh that's in, and Kuro goes, "Okay, boys, step back."
Actually, it looks like Miracle will go offlane together with GH. Now, PL is one of those heroes that can deal with the Furion. It's not great versus Nature's Prophet, obviously, but he should be fine. He has always one of Fly to help him out as well.
I think that makes a bit more sense as well. Otherwise, you've got double creep army potentially running into the tide. And then you're like, okay, so...
You don't want that. You
we're just
definitely
wasting
don't
us.
want that. But you see mid, you see where General is. He's also swapping things up.
Not only that, you see where Kuro is. He's like, I can't be asked for this, boys. I'm just going to TP out when you figured out the rest.
He doesn't need to leave the base right now because the creeps spawn at the 1 minute mark. You just chill. You just wait for the camps to spawn.
This man has done jungle support before, I can tell.
Wait, he's actually not gonna move. I was joking.
I think he's actually doing jungle support, Liz. We're getting treated to something different here. Yep, he's actually doing it.
He's doing it. Yeah. He's optimizing it even. He's literally optimizing it because he summoned the wolves at the 30-minute mark. He has full mana now. He'll get to the desired creep wave.
I admit, I tell you, as a person who used to do the Nature's Prophet jungle from minute 1, I can tell that this man has done this before. He has optimized his timing, as you said. This is definitely not a Kuro first.
There is a Aloha dance though. No, he's just blocking the ball camp. Oh, you naive boy.
He doesn't know what's hit him yet. He'll walk in and maybe discover. He's going to click on Kuro and go, why does he have a Quelling Blade, guys?
He did find him though. Yeah.
Have to see if they can
Mind control, top lane. Might be
moving in, and it looks like he might tick out. He gets one heal out, but the Fate Bolt, one more hit would do it. He's trying to juke and jive, but they'll get him. It's just a matter of Rubik trying to leave it for someone else.
Oh, no, he's still they're not even killing him.
Just kill him. Okay, they could have had that. That could have been the easiest first play. They were being too generous. They were being too gentlemen. They always want Wild V-Tune to have it.
And the amount of time that you have actually wasted trying to kill that next bro. Meanwhile, Lycan is just free farming the jungle.
This is the bigger problem, yeah. Oh, there you go. Interruption finally occurs. Lord Dance has found out that he's also a jungler.
He has to be careful here with the good. He can't block me.
You would have to block for 20 seconds.
That's true. The
Especially with
is there as well. Yeah.
More the mid. Really fast back. 13-2. He's only got 8-2 at the moment.
He's denying the man. He's killing him right now.
He's making this look so easy. He's making me want to go play Storm Spirit and discover how not easy it is.
Did he? Okay. Kuro plants a sentry in the jungle, but he does not find the ward because it's on the cliff.
Whoops. Well, GH did show up, so they're at least gonna force FlyToMoon a bit more on the defensive. But you look at FlyToMoon's heroes, I can't help but feel this kind of plays into their hand, right? Like now your Tide's getting pressured, your Storm getting in the mid, and you've PL that hasn't got too much lane pressure on him because you're busy defending your jungle.
I agree completely, because if you think of these heroes that are strong versus mind control, that are strong versus PL, it's mind control, right? And he's the one over the most because he has 2 or 3 heroes constantly over there. And something that Aloha Dance did here, did you see it in the jungle? Stack prevents Lycan from farming if the camp is stacked. He can't do anything there any longer.
This is a level 1 Lycan.
Mid lane?
Wrong there. Roll in on top of Iceberg. They'll bring him down. Good rotation. GH gets first blood. It's like, I've got to do double the support work this game. My fellow support seems to have taken a different approach to Dota.
Aloha Dance is creep skipping and he is circling around mind control, but can they kill him here?
Not I don't think at 3 you can really kill him anymore.
He's level
Maybe
1
he
on Rubik
comes
still.
out far. Yeah. That's the thing. He's just mirroring Kuro right now. And Kuro's not farming the creeps. So it's not like he's taking XP away from the Lycan. All lane so far, pretty even. But, I mean, I just feel like this is perfect for General. Because you'd think, if you look at these two heroes, which one should be getting the CS easier? It should be the Nature's Prophet.
Then again, Nature's Prophet can contribute a little bit earlier and a little bit more, right? If you are the Tide Hunter, really like a lot of arm and experience because you'll be a beast that just stands in front of the tower and defends. But then again, Miracle will be able to be very mobile and he'll join these fights around the map as soon as he hits 6.
That's true. Like when you look at the two lineups, Nigma have this flexibility around split push and playing the entire map, whereas FlyToMoon are a ball up and go and Aloha Dance.
That was very close. Good play by Dwee.
Are they going to try again with a different target? I don't think they know about always want to fly.
He was just waiting for the bounties. He was just waiting for the bounties there. He even TP's mid to get the creeps, and then he'll go for the other bounty on his side of the map.
You can already see that he can just now get even more regen as the bounty rune wasn't contested by Iceberg. Iceberg's just already in the jungle, and GH is making sure that a support has to get X somewhere in this game. He's doing his own jungle. GH, he's sapping away from Iceberg's jungle.
He should be fine here. Still no lift, still no level 2 on Rubik, so they can't really catch him.
I mean, I know we said that this is one of Aloha Dance's signature heroes, but I think it also tends to be easy to play if you do get XP.
And look at Kuro. His net worth, he has 16 CS. He's just below, okay, he's pretty far below Wind Ranger, but still, he almost has a Necro 1. Yeah.
This is how you measure it, right, Liz? If the lane you screwed over has got less gold than you, then the jungling hero is a success.
That's the measurement. Okay, I see. Top lane, mind control. He's gonna have less even more now.
He's in trouble. They drag him in. They'll kill him off. I'm starting to think that, yeah, Kuro is the pos-free Lycan. Nice kill in the mid. Now they get some serious pressure as well because they've got Miracle here.
Oh, that's a good rotation from him. But it's still what the level? Oh, actually a level 3 Rubik. Wow. He got 2 levels really fast over there.
He was given solo XP because, of course, Iceberg's just jungling constantly. The good thing for Nigma out of this is they force General's rotation because they don't want to lose the tier 1 tower. So now, bot is just a free lane for Miracle.
And you can't really mimic his movements, right? Because Miracle, he has his teleportation, so if you TP mid with General, you need to stay there. Miracle, however, he can juggle from one lane to the other.
And I think they're looking for the favorable rotation, or from FlyToMoon's mind, the one that can deal with Nature's Prophet. And TP him out again, because mind controls TP bot, but hasn't shown himself
Iceberg,
yet.
He's actually very low.
Very low is one way, but I think the word is dead, but the neutrals did get him.
I think GH is still fine with that. He obviously would have loved the kill, but he gets some CS instead. That's pretty solid too.
Meanwhile, Necro just trying to get some CS, got spotted out by Aloha Dance. They know what the move was now, but I don't care at this stage. Miracle is strong enough to just put down this tower, and that's going to be a freebie for the side of Nigma. I like what they're doing in that regard as well. Like, who can you make plays around on the side of FlyToMoon right now? None of these heroes are good to go before like the 10-15 minute mark.
I guess around General, right? He's good to go already. He has Vlad's and Faded Brooch. So he is definitely tanky enough and strong to fight. He has his Ravage too. But what do you follow up with? That's the question.
And it's also the nature of it, right? Yeah. Like, it's not, I'm jumping in and initiating. It's kind of usually at the moment we see the early Ravages being used on someone's already caught or a counter-attack, shall we say.
Yeah.
Oh, turns out that Nigma got a cheeky little extra item. GH stole a shovel away.
Shout out to Rob and Roll, the mighty observer that catches everything.
Really? I thought that was just the voice in my head.
The voice is called Rob.
You started naming it?
Yep.
Good old Rob. Oh. Imagine now they get another shovel and just start digging for gold. Oh, yeah. Got the shovel as well. There we go.
They're the digging team. You know, he likes his Meepo, and they're cosplaying. They just need 2 more shovels, and he can win the game easily.
Right now, you wish you drafted an alchemist. All right, we want some free kill, and a low high dance might be it. Got the javelin, does decent damage. Scythe with a power shot means the low hard dance. He might caught up on the XP, but now he gets to take a break from.
What does he get? He gets the cobalt. The shovel is cursed. It's just gonna drop kobolds. +7 GPM, gold. It's actually plus that situation feels bad.
I just like to imagine there's sort of troll code in there. If team has 2 shovels, like the shovel count is more than or equal to 2, eliminate bounty drop chance.
Always wanna fly? He just don't win. He has no way out. Yeah.
He's gone.
I don't know what he tried to do there, though.
He wanted
because
he wanted the outpost.
He wanted the. I know, but the thing is, if you move to the cliff there, you dive over the cliff and you just right outpost. You go back under the cliff and you get the outpost. But instead, he just. I think he thought PL is going to follow up and they'll be able to kill off Furion, but because of GH being around, PL goes back.
I don't think it was. I haven't played this hero enough. I don't know, considering how much we see or we want to fly playing Phoenix at the moment.
Yeah, he loves the hero. He plays it quite a lot, quite often, and I love the build on him as well. This is what they need. This vessel will help them tremendously versus the Necrophos.
Don't even need boots. They just slow down your farm towards that spirit vessel.
They're nice, but they're not the most needed item in Phoenix, definitely.
No, win lace will do. See, Miracle has got the blade mail. Yeah, straight into the maelstrom neck. Just going to your standard cookie cutter build for the ancient prophet right now. GH is getting some space though, and it's interesting to see that he's going for the Vlads in this game.
Man, there's a Necro too on Lycan. I would argue that this hero is the strongest one. Yeah, already on the side of Nigma. He could start fighting. He could pop these Necros and just full form any of these towers. His issue, however, still stands. There is a Ravage against him.
True, but one day he will emerge from the woods after mastering the art of the wolf. He'll become one with the rat and overwhelm the tower, sir.
You know what it is? You know that he... oh, they spotted him. He's thinking about ulting here.
He doesn't want to kill a bird that badly. Maybe if they find a different pick though. Roll in on the Rubik. He did get to steal. The shackle shot doesn't land, but the power shot did connect and he's dead. And this might allow them to push, but reinforcements are coming in. They force Iceberg back to the mid lane. The one they're interested in is what's General
Storm
right now?
Low mana?
That's all his mana, more or less. He's got one small bull liner left, and Kuro knows it, so he shifts up. And now you're in trouble. Shackle shot. There's trees all around. No way out of this. He's going to go down, and as a result, you've just forfeited your tier 1 tower in the mid.
That was always on fly. They're hunting for sure. Power shot.
Beautiful. Gets the kill, and they are going to force the Tide Hunter here, but I mean, are you even scared of the Ravage now? They've got nothing really left in the chamber. Shackle shot off the mark a bit. Needs to be careful he doesn't get shackle shot himself.
No, you don't have the wolf form. Yeah, you don't have the wolf form. You don't have the ulti from the Prophet, so I think you're still scared of the watermelon. Tidehunter is level 10. He's really difficult to take down. For that kill, you need mind control, and he wasn't joining, so it's better to back off. But such a weird... I could see Iceberg. There was a region rune, right? So he really wants it, but that was so greedy. It's such a classic Iceberg move, though.
Yeah, if I just pick that up, I can win the game. And then he forgets all the other variables around it. Like, oh, someone else is closer. Oh, I'll have no mana when I arrive. That's the curse of level 1 ball lightning. You just don't really get around too far.
Yeah, they're getting some pretty big. Yeah, they're getting some pretty big items on Nigma. Vlad's will be completed in 180 gold on Earth Spirit, MKB in 1000 gold on Windmanger, your Maelstrom like you.
Level 3 Necronomicon as well. I think that's the bigger one.
That's a huge one.
Yeah, they're smoking up for it. It's on the way out in the courier now. It's a slow courier. But once it reaches, you're ready to rock and rumble. And as you were going to say, the Maelstrom, right? Just always miracle farming on the side. Way to his heart's content.
Bottom lane.
I like how the advanced squad, they're here to kill people, and then there's Kuro coming in behind, who's here to hit things. Roll in. It's good. Always want to fly. We'll go for the dive away. He's got the egg. He will commit it.
He has Ravage.
They could blow it up straight away. The Ravage doesn't change anything. Then he catch GA. Still because of it, but they've still lost their Phoenix. And now Nigma, do they want to fight? Miracle chased into on 2. V-Tune does have the differ already, and Miracle with the blade mail protects himself at the side. Comes down on V-Tune's head. He's gone. Kuro, he just popped his head.
Look at the Necros. Look at the Loha dance. He's just dying to the creeps.
Kuro went the long way around, but he had enough time. He just returns to the scene of the crime, gets the kill, and now the pressure goes onto this tier 2 tower.
Kuro went back, got himself a coffee, got himself a drink, and then returned. Just to get the experience, just to be in range, just to see Rubicus is dying, nothing more. Because Aloha Dance was about to die to the creeps alone.
I think you're right. I mean, that was one of the slowest moving people I've seen with smoke on them in a very long time as he approached that lane.
The problem was there. FlyToMoon, they scouted the movement, they used the scan, they knew exactly what's going to happen. However, they didn't expect the GH's blind rolling boulder. He just blindly rolls in, he catches Phoenix. Phoenix does manage to get the egg off, but it's too far from the Tidehunter. I can't manage to protect it.
Someone better help Dyer's middle tower.
It's kind of, they done a good job of narrowing down where it could be as well, right? Because they split into 3. They looked for the smoke break. At that point, like, okay, if we know someone's here, they must be in the most predictable and most used spot behind the tower. They're still good. Well done by them. Not only that, they got the mid tier 1 as well.
They did see him. They knew he was there. I'm just saying it's blind because he could be right, and then your boulder doesn't connect.
Well, this one went blind. They had full vision for Tidehunter. They're trying to bring him down. They don't have sight for 25 seconds. He moves away from the tree, so no shackle shot. But this is the problem. You know, it's similar to the Enigmas that we've seen. The moment you don't have that big ultimate, no respect is given. You just die.
Yeah, they also didn't have a sight there to work with, so that's a little bit better for the Tidehunter. He feels relieved that he's not dead for 70 seconds, 16 minutes in. But Storm might not be as lucky.
On the hunting, and he knows about it because he's on the high ground. The shackle shot to try and buy some time for the side is good, but the boulder smashes off the mark. So it looks like Iceberg will get away scot-free, at least for the moment. Nature's Prophet wants to get involved, but they decide against it as there is a regen rune on the Storm Spirit.
Always want to fly, TPing out, Prophet, one hit.
Oh. He couldn't get it. And that would have killed him. That was a hard enough hit. That's almost 200 damage coming out. Or actually over 200 damage coming out of Miracle.
Yeah, the Blightstone, the Maelstrom. Yeah, it would have been a lot of them. I'm not 100% sure it would kill him, but it would be very, very close. I agree. Grove Bow, picked up by Storm. That's a pretty solid item. It helps many of these heroes, right? Not only the Storm, the Phoenix, the Rubik also benefit heavily from it. But Greaves completed on Necro. Greaves.
Like, just look at his positioning. Mind Control is, he just wants them to initiate. Casually walking around, raindrop, 21 charge, Greaves. They know that they can't go in with that target. And they need something squishy. Maybe we, as an example, would probably be your best pick right now.
So the big thing for FlyToMoon right now is they have their big spells. They have Hood completed on the PL with the Diffusal. So he's pretty much set and ready to fight. But they really, really need to play this team fight to perfection.
That's the awkward part as well. Like, how do you get in? It's always been the problem, right? It's why Tides, you don't want to rush Blink Dagger anymore, but this is why usually you have someone else who initiates to start off the fight.
They're trying to kill the sword on this clip for the last 2 minutes. Scout, look, they just can't.
Come on, just give it. There we go. By the time the courier arrives, they've already figured it out themselves.
Always wanna fly.
There's not many places to hide down here anymore, have there?
Top tower?
He realizes
dive.
it just keeps on running. Roll, and he'll be out, but that zones them away. This tier 2 tower is going to die.
Dire's middle tower.
They are coming though. GH did TP top.
Yeah.
Maybe Iceberg is in problems.
He's in a lot of trouble right now. They've got the silence. They should have the damage to get him lower, but not to finish him off. Just TP away. And now you're split. You need to get everyone out of bot lane because you know that this is where FlyToMoon can now fight. They get the Dota on the tower, but they're a bit paranoid. They don't know for sure how many heroes have come.
Do you actually need to run? You have Greaves and you have Lycan with wolf form. You're pretty strong here, I would argue. Look at mind control. He's just still standing his ground.
True. And that pick of a Wind Ranger that I was talking about as the important one became even more important now. He's got the MKB completed. He's going to delete whoever he targets. There is no question about that.
And he's also not buying any sort of blink dagger, no mobility items. He's going straight into the BKB. He just understands what's necessary here. And all these BKBs are there obviously for the Storm and for the Tidehunter, but they will help them with the egg as well.
Exactly. The big factor is that right now, as we said, the only thing you're really scared of is Tide. Let's see if Tide gets scared.
Control.
No, stop lane, mind control. We did say he was tanky. I don't know about that though. The egg may not have been needed, but they do maybe find Wee as a result. If the lift came out before the shackle shot landed, and yeah, he might get a kill, but he gives his own life over. 2-for-1 exchange. Big move coming out from FlyToMoon. I say from FlyToMoon, it was more Nigma and a bit too cheeky.
That was a big head move from the Necro, definitely.
You did tell him he was unkillable, Liz. He believed you a bit too much.
He had a Ghost Shroud and he had Magic Wand to use, right? So if he maybe... he still dies there, 100%. But maybe if he uses Ghost Shroud, he'd stay a little bit longer alive, but he's still up against 5 heroes.
Yeah, I think what you're describing here is, do you want a quick death or a slow death?
GH?
Neither of them sound good. He's just trying to get away. He doesn't want whatever the hell they're selling.
Man, he's juking them so hard.
He is.
He's actually going in. Holy.
I mean, they get the kill. The vision was good enough. And I don't know if they're going to be certain about that ward, because it's possible that rolling vision gave vision for the raffinate show. They will know the ward is there because he tried to roll onto the Phoenix, right? He tried to roll aggressively, and there's no way you see him unless you have high ground vision there. So because of that, they know, but still they get the Phoenix. Man, GH is scarier this game. He has Vlads, he has Ogre Axe, and he's getting closer and closer to the BKB as well. He is. All right, but hear me out, Admir. Because he missed the rolling boulder, maybe they don't think that there's a ward there.
So it was his next level play to protect the ward. Let's see, always want to fly.
He's got a sentry.
He has a sentry.
He's gonna ruin it for us. He's like, no, there's got to be, or is it? He's been distracted in the bot lane. We've been caught. Not so tanky. We said it was a very vulnerable build. I mean, MKB, we see it a lot. It's good on Wind Ranger to rush one, but not when you're making plays alone like that. Not that
Dude,
deep.
Kuro is... Okay, he was just third, now he's fourth on the net worth charts. He's going for shield on Lycan. That's not really something I see often. I would expect him to go for an AC at least if he's planning to buy a plate mill. But Shivas is really good here because you're playing versus a PL, and it really, really helps with the illusions. If Mind Control at some point gets Radiance as well on Necrophos, then you're just making PL's life a living hell. But it's just ridiculous. You have a position 5 like just farming away.
I don't think we call him a position 5 anymore.
Yeah, jungle Lycan.
Yeah, he's the boss too. All right, can you please not discredit the junglers in our community, Admir?
Bottom. Oh.
Nope.
Miracle. So, if you're Nigma, you just need to weather the storm and get the BKBs. And those, they're going to be a massive power spike for your team. They're smoked. Yeah, they're smoked.
This is dangerous because FlyToMoon do have all their ultimates available. Roll through. Beautifully connects right at the tip on the Phoenix. pull up means there's no fees to play. Even spams out the remnants to ensure the magnetize is helping. Good kill. And now FlyToMoon missing some key components as both their supports are dead.
So if you do strike on the two supports somehow, if you do manage to pick them off first, then you don't have to wait for anything. That's true. This 5-on-5 engagement, I would argue, is still better for FlyToMoon if they manage to use all their spells. But if they get picked off like that, it's difficult.
So what you're saying is your 5-man isn't as strong as your opponent's 5-man. It's not a 5-man.
That's a very, very well put.
Thank you. Thank you. They won't snip in the roast just yet, though. They are paranoid. They realize that Rosh Charm requires 50 seconds plus without a Tide or a Phoenix, or their ultimate's used.
You never want to in general.
Side straight away. Kaboom! He's gone. Trying to eat in the Necrophos. Just too damn tanky, though. And a low art dance should be pulled down as they hunt on forward for more. Iceberg does get stunned up. He still has half a mana pool. Looking to move away. The roll! Just
So
the mark.
close.
It was so close. I mean, the thing is, if he'd actually read that right, if Iceberg used all of his mana before TPing out, done.
Yeah, but you can't use all your mana before TPing out because then you don't have any mana for TP.
Well,
what are you saying?
Because you target
KP?
on the other side of the map, Liz, and then you hit TP. That's how it works. God, someone clearly doesn't fail.
I'm just
like me.
I'm just messing with you. Really.
Oh no. Roche has been messed with a little bit by Nigma. Aegis picked up in the hands of Miracle. They go, nah, we don't give it a week. We know he has a habit of hunting heroes alone and dying for every once in a while, but Miracle will win us this game.
That's a Shiva's completed on Bro. BKB will fly out any second now to Wind Ranger as well. And slowly and steadily they're getting all their items. They're getting everything they need.
I think it's fair to say that Kuro is now Koro. He's no longer a all right.
Koroki, yeah.
Koro.
There is wait, but isn't there was a Korok, right? There was an NA player with
There was a Korok, yeah.
Yeah, with that nickname.
But not Koroki. All right, so he can coin this one. He used to be a core player. We should have expected it.
Oh, he's gonna fly.
Shackle's shot.
there.
Oh, look, no trees. They're gonna move in though. That's gonna come out. They may be getting a bit greedy and the extra go down. General trying to move in quick enough to throw out the Ravage, but he can't. We use the BKB to ensure that will never occur, and they'll just back up to the tower to take it.
You did use your BKB.
Miracle.
Miracle.
That Aegis is going to be burnt pretty damn quickly and pretty casually. Shapeshift used. Tide TPing him right now. He wants to try and jump the Miracle Blade Mail, trying to move away. Spirit Vessel as well. Goes for the TP out. The Shackle Shot didn't last long enough though. General is unleashed, and the beast ensures that they are going to lose Nature's Prophet on the side of Nigma. And on the downside, look at this, Kuro. Just checking whose base this is. Tries to the TP away. That won't be successful though. The stolen power shot to melt him down. They'll kill off the Lycan as well.
They take down the Aegis, they take down the ulti of Lycan, and they kill him. A very good fight from FlyToMoon, which didn't look that great. I thought that fight might go Nigma's way, or that they will be able to back out completely. Egg was used so passively that Nigma did have a chance to just go back, but Storman, he jumps in so fast, catches Nature's Prophet, kills Miracle twice.
And retreat seems simple for Nigma, but it's just not at that stage, right? Like, I don't... Well, this is a tough kill.
This is a very, very tough kill.
They have to run. We need to be very careful because the hunting is beginning, and be the duck, not the hunter in this situation.
Has a BKB TP though. Is there a basher? There isn't a basher, so should be
just
fine.
try and run it off though. He doesn't want to have to use that BKB. Yeah, I think the thing to highlight here, right, is like what we saw in that fight under that tier 2 is retreat isn't easy for Nigma. They have to split up to retreat because of the impeding threat of the Ravage at all times. So while people are gonna be like, oh, they could just left, it's really not simple just leaving together, because if you do that, everyone on your team is ravaged and the result is more devastating.
Well, that's true once Tidehunter gets the blink. I think they were just a little bit greedy around that tier 2 on the top lane, with Miracle continuing to hit it. They probably thought that FlyToMoon won't fight after the egg was used so passively. So they retreat, they chill on the high ground around Miracle, but they just go straight on the Miracle. They understand, yeah, he has Aegis, yeah, he has AC, but he has no BKB, so he's very susceptible to all the disables.
No, that's going to be more problematic. Speaking of disables, Iceberg has gone for the Aghanim Scepter build on this Storm Spirit. So even more potential to group them up, get those big Ravage plays, get the big egg pops.
Mm-hmm.
And then if
Aghanim, yeah. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, like, Nigma, like, what's their next big item? Like, what is gonna enable them? Because that has got to be a huge step back for them, right? Having that Aegis, losing it that quickly, losing the fight that way. Eggs have been used. Gonna try and get rid of it, but they're not quick enough for this right now. It might they just finally get it. We had to move in and commit himself. The Kiwi's run out soon, but Tidehunter gone with the scythe. The buyback from the Phoenix won't achieve much, because by the time he arrives in the fight, they're already gonna be multiple heroes down. It looks like Iceberg's trying to get out of this. He hasn't got much mana left to try and bull lightning away, and they do know exactly where he is. He'll go for the TP out. Power shot, shackle shot's there though. The wall spotted him out, and Iceberg is going down. Just like that, Nigma, you might not have an Aegis anymore, but they say no, we didn't need it. If we strike first, you're in trouble. And for always want to fly to commit the buyback like that as well, that is now FlyToMoon in a very vulnerable place.
It's all about picking the right targets. Oh, he's trying to... What's he trying to do here?
He's trying to get a dieback on him.
He's baiting, right? Because VTune is around. That's why. VTune is around, and if we commit, maybe they can make a turn kill with the defusal, but we just backs out. That top fight could have went well for FlyToMoon, because Iceberg jumps in with that Aghanim Scepter. He pulls everyone that's not BKB near the egg, but the egg already falls. If that egg managed to explode, it's such a different fight, because the Ravage wasn't used. You could use the Ravage afterwards. You would have so much controls, and the BKBs on Nigma would just evaporate, so you would have a solid chance of taking that fight.
And credit to GH, right? Like, despite them having a resmart stance, I think he done half the damage to the egg himself. He was there the entire time just clubbing it.
Yeah, he has a BKB too, so it's not that hard for him to do that.
That's just the continuous problem when you look at FlyToMoon's lineup. They're very reliant on your first time BKBs, and here's someone who doesn't have a BKB. Mind control, he is tanky. He's still alive, but for how long? They're going to keep pursuing this, and now maybe we looks for a turnaround. Shackle shot out beautifully on the Storm Spirit. It does connect BKB. They commit the egg, which will force we away. He did use his BKB for this, but they had to commit one of their big team fight spells. Now no egg for 110 seconds.
They're actually thinking about going further, because there's a lot of mana on Storm.
There it is. Let's go come out, drag him in without a BKB. Is a very squishy target. They'll bring him down, Sans onto the Phoenix. They're looking to jump in right now. The low hard dance does get netted up by Kuro, and with the army there, they'll be able to bring down the Rivet. But General still fine into him here. He's holding with the Ravage. He wants a good target for it. He doesn't want to throw it out willy-nilly. Miracle. Phoenix, big chase down. Side to the Necro army, but now trying to turn around a Miracle with the Flame Mail activated. They don't even care. The Ravage, the Dragon, it stacks them all on top of each other. Now V2, he thought he could fight, but he's wrong. He's so low on HP. He needs to move away. The Fable's going to come out. Iceberg's going to go down to Miracle in the meantime, but they're still hunting. Sprout's going to be there. V2 needs 2 more seconds, but they won't be there. The Scythe clubs him in the face. Dead for 110 seconds. Getting into this fight again.
That's a dieback?
He has to buy back straight away. That's the biggest buyback they could commit at this stage. Can they even get anything for it? They're going to turn on him right now. They say, okay, you want the game to end? Well, here it is. That could easily be the dieback. And
just gone.
Down once more. That is going to be TC. BG comes out, and Nigma take game 1.
Man, what the... I don't know. I'm just excited to watch every series of this tournament.
It had to. It's like, whoa, what do you mean people are watching a POS 5 like him right now? Crash the server.
'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my fun-land. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club. I remember the ocean, memories die out too hard. But we were traveling the mountains just to find the loudest seas. We set down by the fire, knowing we could aim higher, but we didn't know that yet. So if you want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees, waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my fun-land. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club. I'm in a tropic club.
My heart rages around like an ocean in my head, because there are so many things that I left unsaid. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that is not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, now I'll find you in my dreams.
this time it's not about escaping. We don't feel like it. We don't feel like it. Cause we don't feel like throwing it all away. We don't feel like it. We both have thoughts of leaving when thoughts get thrown around. But we keep going on believing and on till we're all cried out. Cause we don't feel like throwing it all away. We don't feel like it. But this time it's not about escaping. We don't feel like it. We don't feel like it. Cause we don't feel like throwing it all away. We don't feel like it.
Those medical pills are pushing me over. I kill my fill 3 times a day. These ethanol fumes won't make me sober. One flame to take the pain away. I caught you lighting matches in the back room. Haters look mad when they pass you. Let's talk about round when it's past 2. Reach a glass, do no. You don't gotta fight alone. You don't gotta fight alone. Don't be so personal. Take me out of the I'm going under. Take me out of the I'm going under. All we love, all we've done is just sit around wasting our time. Take me out of the rut. I'm going under. Wasting our time. I'm going under. Everyone's seen death in their dreams, but we still wake up and go to sleep. Everyone's seen death in their dreams, but we still wake up from our sleep. I'll be home soon. You don't gotta fight alone. You don't gotta
Radiant team's turn to ban. Team's turn to ban. Radiant team ban, Dire team ban. Radiant team ban.
Welcome back to FlyToMoon versus Team Nigma. Game number 2. And Nigma already up 1. That's right. The first series may not have given the expected open up, but I'm pretty sure people were expecting this from Nigma. However, I don't think FlyToMoon are out of this at all, Liz. We've seen what this team can do. When they get a favorable draft, they look nigh on unstoppable at the moment.
10 seconds remaining.
I can tell you that what happened is they would have shown the draft.
5 seconds
Bets
remaining.
would have been placed because there's a Lycan and a Nature's Prophet. People would have seen that that Lycan was pos 5. The
Dire
odds
team's
would have
turn
went
to ban.
in FlyToMoon's favor. Someone would have very smartly cashed in, going, there's no way Lycan fails in any position.
Radiant
And then
team's turn
money.
to pick.
Yeah.
Dire team's turn to pick. Seconds remaining.
Yeah, and then the other one's just kind of dominant picks, Queen of Pain, and then the other two are these kind of, I'm gonna win you the team fights, whether it's with last at the start or we've seen what Pangoliers can do in recent days. A pretty dominant hero. See how they want to open this up. There's still a fair amount of ways they can go. They could open up, for example, with Avenge already. We've seen some teams go for the Snap Fire if you count the Phoenix immediately. No, only level 1 egg, that's it.
Dire team's turn to pick. Radiant team's Enchantress.
Bounty Hunter.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Why do you think that is?
Radiant team's turn to ban.
All right, we've seen this before. Yeah. But it will be a 5 essentially. Mm-hmm.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
I think it depends on the way that the draft is meant to flow, right? Like if they've got a pick-oriented draft, then they usually give more gold to Aloha Dance because he's making kills happen. But if it's a split push and just buy time type lineup, that's where we see always want to fly in the essentially dead lane, just farming creeps and keeping the wave pushed out.
5 seconds remaining.
But the Visage will be banned out again. Just understandable. This seems like the hero that just came out of nowhere all of a sudden and surprised people, like led the way. We saw certain heroes in the Zoom era as obvious, like, you know, Lycan, Beastmaster, Visage. Just the tempo at which you play with that hero is insane.
Dire team's turn to pick. Radiant team's turn to pick.
Earth Spirit.
I like how Nigma's got now 2 heroes that makes Bane's game harder to play, right? Because you've got these heroes that can pierce the backline, that can find that Bane at the start of the fight. So the worries about the grip.
10 seconds left. Decided? 5 seconds remaining.
Yeah. Yeah, like last game.
Dire team's turn to pick.
Oh, okay. I think, you know, that little chuckle from Liz was for a good reason. We are very big General fans here in this cast. And if there's one reason, it's his clockwork and the way he likes to build it. Strong and bulky.
10 seconds remaining.
Is it 4 ones
5
or?
seconds remaining.
Yeah, I guess you can also point out that Clockwork's decent against Ench. You see Ench, you jump on top of her. Suddenly she can't really dish out damage and fight people. Instead, Nigma, they go, okay, gank and spank time. This is all about fighting in this early game.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Yeah. We're going back to that again. Yeah, but Adme, you didn't notice last game there was 2 of them next to each other. We're gonna find out eventually there's some sort of weird exploit related to these podiums that no one knew about. It's been vulnerable in Dota for months. I don't know what it could possibly be. Discs. What can discs do? This.
Dire team's turn to ban.
Templar Assassin.
Discs.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and the discs I mentioned that she has as well means that they have a lot of push on the side of FlyToMoon. Whereas, like, you look at Nigma's heroes, you haven't got this insta wave clear, let's go take tower hero yet. That's something that Nigma needs to solve with their
Radiant
final
team
pick.
ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
That's true. And then it makes you think maybe FlyToMoon, is there someone they could pick that amplifies the TA threat? We've seen things in the past like a Bloodseeker or something, someone that just turns her up from 10 to 11.
Radiant team's turn to pick.
It's the other way around, right? Sure.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, they don't have much
Dire
reserve
team's
time
turn to
left.
pick.
And it's going to be the Ursa. Okay, so more physical damage. Very, very clear way to take early Roche as well on the side of FlyToMoon.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Venom Man.
Choose your hero.
And there's your classic counter. It looks like it. Wait, ooh, wait. No. Is this Miracle Veno? Is this Pos 1 Veno? Or Pos 1 Bounty? It could be Pos 1 Bounty. We've seen that. They're doing it again. They're just waiting for FlyToMoon to pick their hero. I mean, in fairness, there wasn't really any flexibility with FlyToMoon's lineup, right? It was very clear cut what roles these heroes had.
Seconds remaining.
There
5 seconds
is.
remaining.
They still haven't. Okay, yeah, I was about to say maybe they do Venom 4. I don't think so. Yeah, so it's going to be Venom 3 and that Bounty Hunter playing in the Pos 1 role. Yeah. I think it's the issue, like, if you do that, then you're sticking the Invoker up against, what, the Ursa? And yeah, be interesting to see if we get some musical lanes. I mean, if you do end up just trying to walk to lanes, of course, Venomancer is a disadvantage, being one of the slowest heroes in the game. Those rotations might slightly rear in FlyToMoon's favor, but I guess then if you're just watching the outer lanes shuffle, you look at the mid and go, if they're both farming, who's going to come out ahead? Are they going to control that mid game that develops? I'm straight into a pause. Wonderful opportunity to talk about how these lanes will kind of play out if we get optimal scenario versus, you know, optimal scenario for FlyToMoon versus optimal scenario for Nigma, shall we say? Because if you do get the Veno up against the clock, I don't feel like Veno's unhappy about that. You just feel like you haven't fully used it. If you're a hero in Dota, oh, so rare we see this. This is a very innovative and different build. We've never seen this before in general. He surprised me with this one. Really pulled it out of left field. Did I sound convincing? I just love the fact that he's still doing this. You know, shout out to Gary B. I remember I was playing pub games with him, and they like to do turbos. And every time you get into turbo, he'll have like Huskar mid, and you just look at his items. There's just four gauntlets. Any hero is just 4 gauntlets. Oh.
Yeah.
He did. Oh yeah, I'm just saying, like that was my. Hello? Hey, so the lag was so strong on, I think it's FlyToMoon's end, that it rippled through the entire global internet and attacked me too. But I'm back. Hello. Did I just hear you making excuses for being an alcoholic at like morning/midday in Kiev? It's my culture. All right, alcoholism. Oh. I see. I get it. So you're actually committed to the strawberries. It's just like the side product is, oh, there's alcohol here. Why are they still obsessed with TikTok?
I'm not angry. I'm
Yeah,
just
they
disappointed.
they spent the entire lobby time just talking about TikTok, convincing him that V-Tune is a big star on TikTok and how Kuro should get into it. All right, let's see how this plays out. FlyToMoon. Now, who is it that we see do this all the time, Les? This 5-man let's go kill star. I'm pretty sure this is a signature Viking if we choose one team. I do see it a lot from Viking. I feel like they're almost always doing it. Yeah.
I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
30 seconds to battle.
Yeah, the same way, like, sometimes we'll see someone TP down, and then before the other person TPs away, they're like, okay, let's get a kill because we've got 3 heroes here, and then we force the narrative.
Where are you going?
Always want to fight? We'll fly away. But that means you've now leveled dive at level 1. Which...
The battle's starting.
Oh, looks like Nigma should only get 2 of the runes. And Low Eye Dance did have to level the Nightmare level 1 as well. Yeah. And the problem with this, we're seeing this right now, right? Is like he's only got 3 tangos. So Kuro is like, okay, I can just stand here and trade all day. Yeah, you can Nightmare me, but there's no brain sap. There's no efficient trade like we always see from Bane. And you start with this enchant. You didn't, you haven't got like the impetus to work with or have the nature's attendant to just heal off of. Checking on the mid lane. First creep wave not too bad for we considering he has started with 2x build. There's no points in exhort. You sound like you're a big invoker player. The way you said that is as if you've had these bad experiences. Classic. That is actually true. General, yeah. Which is very important because he doesn't have his braces complete yet, so the damage adds up a lot more.
Denied.
The bot lane so far. Mind control, doing decent on CS. They haven't bullied V2 out yet, though. Still regen to work with, still getting CS. 9-0 for him right now. It'd be pretty greedy of him not to, seeing as they've more or less just left the Phoenix untouched up to now. Top. Miracle's been pounced on top of. General moved in, but the enchant will slow him down. The nightmare comes out though. Lower dancing. This was the right skill build. But now the turnaround, he actually goes down. Miracle just walk it off. That is not what they were looking for. He thought it was until the barrier assault hit everything but Miracle.
My sprites are with us.
And it just shows the pain of dealing with a bounty hunter, right? Like 9 armor at level 3 already. He's only got 1 wraith back at him. That's how good the stats are. It seems to have slightly changed. In the Wii score has slightly changed. I think he's gained 4 CS since we last looked in, and TA has gained 3 or 4 times that. If you always want to fly, would you do it right now? Okay, you wish you'd done it. You really wish you'd done it now, don't you? Miracle, they get it this time. In General, he might live. Kura, however, is not going to be so lucky. Double kill for General, and that is much needed gold towards his braces. Cha-ching! Might want to bring a south, though. Possibly Aloha Dance does that for him.
Illusion.
It wouldn't have bothered Iceberg too much, right? It's not a hero that uses illusions that well at this stage. It's not got a bowl. Actually, I've got Kuro getting a little bit deep on a Warden run. I don't think there's any sort of rotation towards the TA for them. Right? You need the Earth Spirit. You need 3 heroes to jump this TA. Even then, Iceberg might need to be a little bit out of position for this to work. DH, trying to move around for the bounty runes. We'll realize very quickly there are none here. They won't go for the nightmare, though. I think maybe if they had level 6 on Iceberg, he could have seen himself coming across for a kill, but he was just shy of it. No, but because he did get his hands on the Frost Mage, he can now trade effectively. It's just TPing, you know? Just TP. It's almost like this lane has no way of stopping him from ever doing that. Yeah, they don't go and always want to fly despite him not having the dive, which they should know. They net out Burster instead. They just want to keep him low, and that way, if he plays forward, now when Venom returns, it can instantly be converted into a kill. As for Wii, he is catching up a little bit. Almost has the phase boots, now has the gold for it. For him, it's just about getting that urn and then making some plays. But they do go in, always want to fly, trying to dive away. Quick follow. Sora gets the kill. Isn't like, please just give me CS. Good news for him, at least, is Nigma, while they can pressure the tower a bit, they can't take it down because their catapult did die.
Thanks.
I'm definitely trying. Although Lower Dance is committed to making some stacks here and there, but that does mean that he's just not present in the lanes at maybe a critical point. There's a TP coming in and actually gets cancelled. Clockwork says, nah, damage is done. B-Tune is dead. They don't even get the deny, and instead always want to fly, needs to be careful himself. Does dive away just in time. That means that you're probably losing half the health on this tier 1 tower.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah.
Much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
He is, but because he tried to TP bot, he now doesn't have it for 50 seconds, so.
Radiant's bottom tower's got problems.
No, better safe than sorry, my friend. Miracle can escape. He will be going down here. As much as he'd like to try, V2 even gets the kill.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
That did cost him a tower.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
No, I think they're trying to draw attention away from the Ursa, right? They can see how hard of a start V2 has had, but in fairness to him, has decent net worth. So they want to make sure that they don't have justification to bring the whole team here because, oh, FlyToMoon Station 3 is in this lane. Exactly. When he gets those drums, and then if V is close to having a maybe spirit vessel, you feel strong. Actually, speaking of V, he's just going to burn all General's mana. He doesn't have an item that helps boost that. And the other thing to highlight is that we isn't going for the own build. He's for stuff. That's true.
Radiant's middle tower could use some help.
So you're telling me communication in those teams is that bad? Lower dance is low. Miracle's chasing. He's got Shuriken 2. He doesn't even need it. Just taps him once, and there'll be some tapping in return. But they hit a lot harder on those G8. They bring him down. V2 can't get out. Shuriken toss is there. Double kill for Miracle. While that's happening, we do see another kill happen. Inferno in the bot lane.
Gotcha.
Double damage. Don't run off.
Oh, Iceberg's gonna feel the damage though. 3 heroes are here. Boulder Smash through is off the mark, so it looks like he will get away without paying the ultimate price. However, Mind Control might not be so lucky. General's caught him again. He does have hook shot in 10 seconds. Mind Control, is he genuinely standing here and farming the cogs? It feels like it, because General may have been baited in enough. We arrive to try and assist. They're trying to turn around. While that happens, though, other side of the map, Bane does go down, and V2's fighting 3 versus 1. But as you said, Mind Control needs to be careful, because General may have been baiting him in, but there it is. The Gale comes out, and General is going to go down. He's the one getting baited after all. Roll through. Iceberg. They are fighting in 2 locations at once and making it work. Egg's going to go down. Finally, it might backfire. GH trying to move away. They have got the trap to try and slow him. He's got the rollout in 2. Will get away. The courier, full chorus courier won't be so lucky. So Iceberg still gets something out of the situation. Kuro is definitely going down there. Doesn't have enough sustainability to deal with Iceberg. They're going. V2 doesn't have an enrage for a few more seconds, and they'll know this. They're going to throw down the EMP. They're doing decent damage. V2, they try and protect. They dodge out on the hook shot turnaround. They jump straight in. General says, I won this fight. V2, get the hell in. I don't care how low your health is, but he'll regret it straight away. The Fox back, they do get the turnaround on the Wii, and they'll hunt for more GH, trying for the rollout. Short range, though. They hit one of these burns. He's dead, but it looks like he will get away with this. Yes, you do get a rebuttal kill. You do kill off Miracle, not Miracle Wii, but you lose your +1 Ursa for it.
Haste.
It's slow, very slow. He does have a big wand. He will cast it, but it won't matter because General has the Barrier Assault to bring him down.
Could use some help. Radiant have fortified their structures.
Well, they're not aggressing
Are
there.
those cracks in Dyer's top tower?
Look where they're aggressing instead, Liz. The Venom hate may be real, but yeah, he already knows. He's already too deep to try and jump. And instead, they'll be tricked upon. There's going to be an EMP coming out. The hook shot in on top of Wheat. Trying to bring him down with the dust there. He can't easily escape. The karate chop doesn't work out for the Karate Kid as he is brought down. Rolling. Nope, he got out of range just in time, and GH himself needs to be careful. General, these rotations. He is leading the charge for his team right now. 4-1, or 5-1 for you, rather, for General. Dominating Nigma.
They're beating on Dyer's top tower.
That's just, you know, this man, he's been refining this build. It used to be 4 bracers and phase boots, or 3 with a wand and phase boots, and now he's like, the thing this was always lacking was ways to get around the map. So definitely approve of these boots of travel that he only needs 400 gold more for. In fairness, he is pretty bulky already. At least enough to worry about that one. Iceberg, they jump on top and they get rid of refraction charges. They burn through him. The hook shot in. It's big. Too late to save the life of the Templar assassin, but quick enough to cost Nigma too. And might cost them a third if they're not careful. Egg does go off, but no one else gets caught. Nigma. Aloha Dance, this is maybe a bit ambitious. The Sunstrike is too low level though, and as a result, it's definitely way too ambitious. GH, turn. Kills him off. That was an adorable Sunstrike though. I just want to point that part out. The level 1 Sunstrike doesn't tend to do more than mildly tickle. However, the man who cast that Sunstrike might have to pay a price. They haven't got a hook shot for 10 more seconds, but nice ice ball. General instead needs to be careful. GH does have the urn, and he's going to reveal himself now as he moves in. No mana on General, so no way to easily escape either. But he's so tanky. He does. And a shovel. Don't forget the extra 100 health. Question is, how quick can GH get the item they need to deal with this man and his braces? He's only got 500 gold towards the Fatality booster for the Spirit Vessel pickup.
Are those cracks in Dyer's top tower? Dyer and Snow fortified their
It's because the way they draft players is pretty contradictory, right? Like, oh, well, Bounty wants to fight lane +1. Then you go, well, what's our offlaner? Our offlaner is a Venom. Okay, Venom doesn't really want to fight early. He just wants to push in waves and be left alone.
They're beating on Dyer's top tower. Dyer's top tower has fallen.
That sounds like something the people who get caught out of position on the map say to me all the time. GH is a little bit out of position. But he tanks the hook shot at least, and that means that Clockwork can't initiate for 60 more seconds.
Coming in. Thanks.
Yeah, that's what maxes out the woods. I always want to fly, burn of his mana. Like, no eggs coming out from you if we do fight here. It's going to take a while, but they're slowly killing this tower off.
Yeah.
Forced off. We sides against it in the end. Dice Wall not in a good position to protect them from General now, though. A Miracle jumped on top of. They need to get out. Fiend Script's going to be enough GH to stop him from keeping the Magnetize going, and instead they'll end his life. But General, he's tanking for a lot longer. They throw out the Poison Nova. It's still only a measly level 1 Poison Nova, though, and General is not dying from this. Too much magic resistance. They bring down 3 heroes belonging to Nigma. General TPing out just too late, though. The wards secure the kill, but they get another kill on the Miracle in return for that. So a 4-for-1 exchange. very much in FlyToMoon's favor.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant just denied their middle tower. Dire have fortified their structures. Someone better help Dire's middle tower.
Regeneration.
Well, he's gonna need to heal someone up now. Iceberg jumped on top off. I made to try and dodge some Val, and it lets him blink away. It gives him enough time to escape. Yeah, it looked like it, but they're still gonna chase forward. Chops through. He's disarmed. CA can turn around and fight, and now they're jumping. V2 and use that blink dagger to get on top of We. We need to be careful themselves, stay close to the creeps. The cogs to separate the fight. Kuro, he's just solo in the egg. The Nightmare. Oh my god! The projectile was mid-air! It should have been a good kill for Kuro. Instead, he becomes the kill himself, but they will kill Lohar Dance as a result for his interference there. And it looks like FlyToMoon has to back up. That was the best case scenario that FlyToMoon could get. And still, Nigma walk away with 2 kills. Halfway pierced is what it was. Yeah. You know what that was? It's like, you know, the Iron Maiden contraption. It's like, well, we haven't reached kill level yet, but this is clearly penetrating the skin. Oh, Nigma, I mean, to be honest, it looked like FlyToMoon won that fight. You know, the blinking looked good. They got on top of the targets. Yeah, that's something I haven't mentioned. Is like why V2 has done this blink dagger build. It really is about the fact that if you go like a Basher or something along those lines, how do you ever go on top of my... He's not flying his glass with a hook shot. And again, General carrying this game on his shoulder at this point. GH is going to be brought low. Rollout is going to be blocked and stopped. And they are still hunting. They do see Miracle. The dust is running out soon, though. The enrage from V2 to try and move forward isn't going to change anything. The Bounty Hunter gets away.
The battle resumes.
Yeah, and the fact is, when you look at the lineup, they know they're going to have damage scaling, right? When Poison Nova level 2 is going to be there, this Bounty Hunter, with the type of damage he's already putting out. Like, you think of the way Bounty Hunter functions now, not how it used to be. It is a potentially lethal late game hero. Whereas before, it used to be, oh yeah, you peak in the mid game, you give your team a gold lead, and if you don't close it, you lose. Mm-hmm. It's nice to steal gold, but you know that means you've got to be fine all times. That's why it kind of fits the off lane role a bit better. Us in the top lane, cold snap on him, use the enrage. He was waiting for it all along. Problem is he can't TP, and he knows it. He knows it because he knows that Miracle's holding that shuriken. He'll throw it out now, but it's too little, too late. V2 will go down. Oh. Yes, and immediately they go hunting for more. Look at this. Smoked up. Always want to fly. Won't even break their smoke. They actually sneak through the gap. Straight into a Aloha dance. A good target because they don't have to worry about the Fiend's grip when they're fighting.
I must be dreaming.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing, right? You can obsess over the fact that Templar Assassin is top of the net worth, has a decent lead over everyone else. But then you think about Nigma's heroes, the way they itemize and the spells they have, they counter the cause of FlyToMoon very well.
Dire's courier got killed. Those things are cheap to know. Top tower is under attack.
Beats in.
Radiant's top
I think
tower has
he's pretty sick of dying. Luckily for him, there's teammates in the neighborhood. But GH, Bean's grip. Oh, they just about catch a lot of our dance. Will be interrupted. But he done enough. And then, oh, the hook shot.
his bottom.
Whew.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
No, it's like everyone's like, oh wow, this is the clear route. Why didn't you do it right here? It's like you said, there's heroes there. You can't go further to the right because there's creep camps, and you know he's just about to be out of range because it's only a level 2 hook shot. All in all, they punish Nigma for invading their side of the map. There is still a concern about how you turn V2 into a hero, and he says BKB is the way. Not too far off it as well, actually. Just over 1,000 gold. This. Yep, but they didn't jump him. So he'll throw out the gale. He says, okay, now you're in trouble. If you hang around, Tornado, EMP coming out. They're trying to get rid of the roast quick enough, and they should be able to do it. They zone them away. General once again on point. He commit the egg as well. But look, GH, yes, he goes in. He does get his hands on the egg. Instead, will give over his life, but not before they kill off us. He goes down. We trying to move away. They're going to move forward, though. Iceberg stays on top. It's going to be the double kill on the other side. General, his distraction is not warranted any longer. And Poison Over comes out from Mind Control in the meantime, connecting onto 2, but they're going to lose more heroes. Miracle goes down. Mind Control will also fall. Most importantly, they now have this Aegis to play around on the Templar Assassin.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And you can just see how much they're willing to sacrifice V2 in this game, right? Like, he knows that he's the easy core pick side of Nigma, and he's kind of just embraced that identity at this stage. Also, cheeky snipe on that core from Iceberg with the side blade slash. The things that kill cores. The things that might kill V2. Cold Snap is there. They know he doesn't have BK yet. He'll purge it off and try him down of Wee, but instead now the hook shot through. General looks to finish what's started, but GH with a nice battle away to try and keep Wee healthy, but the sun rays burning him down. General's moving forward on top of him because the dust is there. There's no way to try and escape. Iceberg finishes it off. They even snipe out GH's courier. They're not done though. The final ball for more. Iceberg up the blink in 5 seconds. General no hook shot for 25. Kuroki, however, too close to the trap, so Iceberg will move forward. Slowed attack speed is very hard. He's got a fan guard, but they'll get it.
Are those cracks in Dire's top tower?
Yeah, you're just seeing the priority farm as well. Kuro has more than GH, similar to what we see with Secret a lot. And being a GH, he kind of walked himself into his own execution as the feature was just waiting with open arms.
Someone better help Dire's middle tower. Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long.
Hook job on the way. They caught him again. Cogs to push him back, trying to force stuff himself away and hide, but there's nowhere to hide from the scary Ursa Bear. And I say, okay, well, we just came for the tower, but if you're gonna throw in bonuses like that, we might start to think about possibly going high ground or even heading towards bot where there's 2 towers waiting to be felled.
Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
and they lack strong stuns, right? So you can't even get from that angle. Well, you know, if they use Fiends as an example, something that FlyToMoon has instead, then you can kill them. Like your longest stun is what? You're rolling with a rolling boulder. And I think 1 second is going to be good enough to bring down Iceberg. And if you're stuck next to him for more than 1 second, you might just die now that he's got the Daedalus complete.
Incoming.
Haste.
Dire's bottom tower needs some help. It looks like Dire
Yeah,
fortified
it's
their
like
structure.
you said about the 7K net. It's almost all in him alone. Brokey jumped on top of and just gone. That Vanguard is not helping him in the slightest. And they group up even tighter, more afraid of what the night will bring.
Dire's bottom tower is falling.
For the side of FlyToMoon, it just might be as simple as just starting to pressure this high ground off this tier 2 now.
Tower is being chipped away. Radiant's top tower has
There it
looked
is.
better. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is
Yeah, it might be one of
falling.
those things where they kind of peer on top to see, maybe force out a glyph, because they can see that Nigma have committed heroes on the other side. Miracle does at least get that tier 2 tower. Yeah. Oh. CIS just trying to scare them in their own base. This is a pretty deep move to make, and will be a price to pay. But yeah, I understand your point, right? It's like saying, oh, let's see, a TA with 7K net worth versus a Gyro with 7K net worth. Which one are you shaking your boots about?
Bounty.
Go for me.
Plasma zone.
No, and you can see that they just want to try and find an opportunity to maybe find Iceberg alone, but now that there's no Aegis, FlyToMoon, the formation becomes a bit tighter, and the you know.
General
Oh,
has
it
his
is.
axe.
Well, we've seen what this man does with one hook shot combo. I'd be worried if I was Nigma to see what he's going to do with two. At least you finally have that Spirit Vessel on GH. It took a long time to get to it, but they finally have what is an important item against these bulky heroes.
Yeah, they have a BKB on Veno as well, right? So mind control will be a little bit safer in the next couple of fights. The Crimson Guard as well on Enchantress is completed. They do have some pretty big items coming on the side of Nigma.
Definitely needed. Of course, the worry for him is if Ursa just blinks in and BKBs, you can still burst down mind control fairly quickly. Oh, and that not an easy game for Nigma to execute even with these new shiny items. Maybe once you have the Solar Crest to follow through though. Because we almost
Yeah,
have
that's the item. That's it. Solar
Just click 'em
game
harder.
changing. Just game changing
Dire's top
item
tower
right
is
there.
under attack.
I mean, I'm trying to look for the bright side here. All right, it's looking a bit grim for Nigma fans because this TA is in full prime right now.
So look, Nigma is extremely experienced, and one thing they must know for sure is that they have to kite off the BKBs. If you manage to kite off the BKBs, then suddenly you can take fights, because these heroes do struggle against the Poison Sting, against the Gale, so it could be a
And that's a fair point, Admin, but here's the point. What do you do when General keeps doing what he's been doing in these fights? A bit hard to kite at that stage.
Aloha Dance.
Smoke moved out. This arm's going to be thrown out to force TA away, and Aloha does turn around and use a Nightmare. And he may actually regret that. He gets caught by the tornado. He'll follow through and kill him off.
You do get a lot of kills, a lot of gold from each kill. It is a level 3 track.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Has he bitten off Mulling and True here? He's able to move away for a moment at least. The hook shot comes down, separates him from his team. The egg does go down. BKB, the hook shot against General. Controlling him up, but it's not good enough to stop the egg from going pop. However, it buys enough time. They turn around, they kill off the Venomancer. Iceberg find up against Miracle, but Miracle, he can't win this one. Not when V2 joins in. Finally, the Kuroki with a hit out of the TA, dead for 90 seconds. It is a big kill, but it's an expensive one.
This is a big kill. They kills right with the Aegis. So it didn't go terribly bad for Nigma. That bounty hunter was able to dish out some serious damage. I was underestimating him a little bit before. It was alright considering they got a couple of track kills.
And that's the thing, that's the power of the track, right? You actually look at how much damage he has, and then you have a 200% crit on track targets. Pretty lethal. TA learned the hard way, and you know, if you're V2 and you're very happy about it, it's like, oh, suddenly I am able to be the carry. I'm able to get new item. He has now got the nullifier, which he'll use with TH. TH tries to move away, and this Ghost Step doesn't do anything for him anymore. The 4-star doesn't work either. Instead, because we tried to help with that 4-star, he's going to die as well.
And the tip.
The most important part.
The most important part is the tip. Yeah, like you said it, the nullifier came for Ursa, and you can't force staff, you can't go and those sticks to disable force staff and ghost. By the way,
I wondered the miscommunication on that as a result.
The item on Bane is also the reason why we was caught so easily. It's a telescope. It's the favorite item Bane can get as a tier 3 neutral item.
Don't get me started on how ludicrous this is. Imagine, like, if he goes back for an Aether as well. You can just be Fiends gripping from a whole screen away. Like, hello. You'll never find me. He might find Iceberg. Problem is if he wants to be found.
The problem is Roche is up in around 10s, and they have pretty much everything on the side of FlyToMoon. The grip is not there, but the other big spells are.
They need to be careful about stacking. They're under vision, Clockwork is close by, and they're wrapping around right now. Dive in, Disarm comes out, Venom trying to force staff away. There's the hook shot in the on Kuroki. He might be left behind, but they have to leave behind a second because of that refresh coming out from the Axe that General has. With the rearm, he was able to find a second one with his block, and they'll find a third. They force double buyback. GH trying to do some damage right now. Maybe Nigma can turn this around. They look to move him right now. I spoke with the BKB. They can't stop him. However, that means you no longer have the BKB. You do not have your egg anymore, and you need to get out. V2 has to use the enrage, trying to move away from his Nightmare's going to be thrown out in the meantime on a Miracle, who's still holding on to his BKB, and General tries to run away. Blink out by V2 just in time. Miracle, he needs something for this. He knows
they're turning.
Pursuing. He stopped him first. He's going to go. Oh, General! He's going to jump in straight away. The Poison Nova will do nothing against the forces of FlyToMoon, because General, from start to finish in this game, is annihilating the forces of Nigma.
Damn, that's a wipe. What a turn from FlyToMoon. Damn, that's Roche as well. That's Aegis. That's Cheese. And exactly like you said, it's General. From the start to the end of this game, he doesn't care about Roche. He's TPing bot. He wants to take your tier 3 now as well. He might just as well go for the throne. He wants to win this game. What a maniac. He actually used... he didn't. Okay. I thought he used overclocking here. But did you see the first initiation from him? Not the one in which he caught 3 heroes, but the one in which he catches enchantments. Overclocks. Yeah. Overclocks and then cogs again behind the Venomancer. Just plays really, really well around this Clockwork.
I tell you, my heart's beating 100 a minute. This man, he's trying to give me a heart attack. It's not 100 a minute, more than that. General... we've seen a lot
normal. That's not a lot.
That's actually pretty calm. 100 a second. All right, now I'm gonna go into cardiac arrest any moment. Another hero might go into cardiac arrest because General is winding up that arm. He wants to see if anybody comes to help.
Wait. I'm sure he was trolling him there. Dance. So General is moving into the hook. You can see him winding up, and Aloha Dance is moving in between, blocking it. Yeah, he's like, no, chill. It's high ground. That's some next level debate there from Aloha.
Yeah, he's like, General, honestly, bud, you need to stop. You know how it is in the CIS region. These big teams, they try and snipe the best players, and right now, there's a risk that someone's going to try and take it from us, so I can't let you have this one. He trade him in anyway, not with the way FlyToMoon are playing recently, and especially in this match right now, have Nigma on the edge of their seat.
the leveler is complete. The leveler is taken by PA, and also Hex is completed on him. So Iceberg has a lot of kill potential on his own.
Oh, the Prince's knife as well. They might give. Yep, there it is. In the hands of Always Want to Fly. Because now he's an initiate. He just dives in, hits him. There you go, boys. Follow up. We've stunned him.
And you can't really blow him up. He has Shivas. He has Heaven's Halberd.
General, please. Can you save some for other people? No? Okay, we's just gone. It's a one-man show here in this match between FlyToMoon and Nigma. And I feel like we should just click on General, auto camera, and let go of mouse and keyboard at this stage.
And he gets a region rule. That's usually that's what Gaben loves to do. If he sees that you're crazy
he
good,
smiles. He's like,
crazy
like
strong, yeah, he smiles. He's watching. He's always watching. And he gives you a good rune.
He got lost on his way to the cat, and he became the edible there as V2 just munches him up.
By the way, he also has a blink dagger. You noticed that, right? From the clockwork. So he doesn't have to initiate with hookshot. He jumps in first, uses battery assault, uses the cogs, then hooks you, then does everything again. And he has spider legs, so even if you force yourself out of those cogs, he can follow up. Yeah, he's following.
And you know, you saw what was happening in the bot lane as well. While that's all happening, while GH is drawing the rest of the team's attention, they were thinking about going to Iceberg. But how the hell do you? He's got BKB, he's got the Aegis, he's got a sheep stick to work with. It's genuinely the hardest skill for them to find, but it's the one they need to in these fights.
Yeah, level 25 plus 4 refraction instances on him. Incredibly difficult to take down.
And now he might start to pressure your high ground a little bit. He's got multiple heroes behind him. Anyone not here is Always Want to Fly who's shoving out the top lane.
The biggest level on Nigma is 19. He's 26.
And then Nurse is 24. Then Phoenix is 24. I'm seeing a pattern here, Liz. It almost feels like they haven't been able to control outposts or control fights for a while. And
they actually managed, yeah.
Yeah,
they took it. They got it. And they know Invoker is around. Now General, he has. There we go.
No. And he's gonna do it again. He doesn't quite see where he went unaward. He's got hook shot in 2. He's gonna wind up that arm, and they know where he is because Ursa just revealed it. This is teamwork right now. You work together to hunt the Invoker. Sadly, your teamwork, it's a 9 out of 10. You can still do better because Invoker escapes.
He tries to use the hook here in the trees, but Invoker escaped on the right path instead. Also remember, even though he does have Gem, he also has Rocket Flare True Sight. So because of that talent, it's very simple for him to scout out the Bounty Hunter or the Invoker.
Round new, a new challenger emerges. GH says, I don't want any of this, just leave me alone. Tries to roll away. He has got the TP, he can still try for it. Yes, he needs to do it right now or he's dead. Nope, he's like, okay, I've got more time. Which is bold, considering Ursa is close. He almost had him in range for the Abyssal.
He sees.
He was here before. GH really loves going here. And it looks like the TP away will be successful.
Yeah, Clock was in the base, but he didn't have anything to stop him with.
I'll give credit to GH. He's making a lot of space with these moves. Sometimes he dies, but sometimes he makes it look so smooth like that. Problem is, what are you doing with this space? What is this for?
Yeah, there's AC in the quick buy of the Venomancer, but the AC is also in the quick buy of the Bounty Hunter. So I'm not sure they're sure what their real item progression and real peak is. Sleep on the GH.
Can't control him for long. He'll roll away. Bounces up Bane to make sure that's the case. However, it's a trap. Fiend's Grip comes out, and they'll just easily clean up the Astra at this time.
Bottom lane, they are split pushing. Miracle and B just trying to buy themselves as much time as possible.
Yeah, this is them saying, look, all these big kills are here. Why don't you come and get them instead of going for our base? Because we like our build.
You can see General rotating, but he's tracked, so... Oh, Rocket Flare. He does scout out Miracle. He should know. He should know exactly where he is. Oh.
There it is. Sees him, hook shots in. Says, where you got Miracle? He could just BKB if it wasn't for the fact that he could just clock hook shot again. He's a bit worried. He doesn't know if they've left Miracle's alone here. As a result.
No, he just DC'd. He had some problem. I was wondering why he's moving away, because he had all the info because of the mid lane. TA was still pushing in and giving vision of the heroes that are in Nigma's base. So he could he could have continued. He could have played with the bounty hunter.
He should have been able to come right, because you can't BKB TP away as Miracle, because guess what? Just holding overclock, never committing it. But as a result, I think General's going to be very mad about that one, because that would have been a prime kill to open up the base to Nigma. That would have been difficult, mind you, because there's always that concern about the Invoker plus the Venomancer stopping you from being able to breach this high ground. I guess. Levels. What are we looking at next?
Levels. Is anyone close to 25?
Is anyone
on
close
side
to
of
something
Nigma?
No.
No.
Someone just got the 20 talents, but it's always that 25. Like, those are the powerful ones, right? And you're like, General's already up to level 22. He's gonna murder everyone once he has that 25. He could even go for a barrier assault in this game because he's barely feeling the damage they put out.
Yeah, but magic resistance is so strong this game. Yeah, it's so good.
He found him again.
Bounty Hunter.
He found him again. This guy's a bloodhound.
Wait, what happened? You disconnected, went the other way completely, and you still managed to find the bounty? Yeah, that's sick. Nice play from General. Miracle sadly dies again. And can't really commit into that AC. He doesn't have the gold first and foremost, but even if he buys it, then he doesn't have a buyback, and that could be problematic.
And also, Mind Control still hasn't decided if he's building an AC as well. I don't usually recommend building multiples of those items, to be honest.
I think they will just switch it up. They're not sure. Maybe no communication between the two of them.
Pull stuff in. Hex comes down. Iceberg. Beast Group goes down a week straight away. They jump in. They just melt straight through him. With the egg down, they don't want to fight direct. They do fight back on Miracle now. The Abyssal coming out in Earthspit. He rolled into his dome death. 3 buybacks from Nigma. If you get out clear as FlyToMoon, you are absolutely happy with this. And Rage is there. B2 still has the BKB to work with. They can't find anything. Nigma, they're just left holding a hand and nothing.
How many buybacks? GH, Weeka, and Miracle. 3 buybacks. 3 big buybacks, actually. This hurt them a lot. Yeah, they smoke up. I think this is your last hurrah right here. You just smoke up and you try to get one last fight. Vitune will break it. Yep.
And he knows that someone's there. We was on top of him. Tornado through. He's got the enraged. He's got everything. Enraged first. No mana to work with. He doesn't feel like he really needs to though. The Hex out causing issues, and no one's interrupted the Sun Ray, which means they'll easily find the kill to Earthspirit. They'll chase through looking for more. Miracle gets brought down, and this looks like this might just be over. Enchantress can't get away. He might heal for a bit. They aren't able to find Mind Control before he TPs out, but this should just be FlyToMoon barreling down mid lane.
The Enchantress does have a buyback, so you can buy back and use that Crimson Guard onto your towers and Draxes, but he'll do that. Yeah, I love this from Nigma. They're really not giving up. They're trying their best. They're sticking in this game. I many teams that would just call it that fight, but not them.
You can see how far back. And when Aloha dance goes in like that, just really saying Aloha. It might cost him his life. He can't brain stab. He is dead. BKB, they're trying to cut out here. B2 moving in, but he is disarmed right now. Venom getting low. Will be brought down. Is dead. Buyback comes out. They move forward on the Invoker next. The back straight away. And Wii is just gone. I don't know if they've got the damage anymore. They're going to lose more buildings. That much is for sure. Moving in. Tier 3 to fall. Crimson Guard to try and slow it down just a little bit.
Where's the courier going? They're buying something big. Are they?
The AC maybe? Shot. Okay, he was too busy thinking about his own life. He's gonna die. That's gonna be dieback, and it looks like we are gonna need a third game here because they don't have the forces to stop FlyToMoon. They even celebrate with the egg, and now they'll turn towards those tier 4 towers.
They're still not GGing.
No, they believe
3 seconds off.
I mean,
GH.
it would be a
he's
hell
about
of
to solve it.
performance from GH if he could take on the whole enemy team. But instead, he's just going to give another kill to the score of FlyToMoon as he gets brought down as well. Over the 45,000 net worth lead Mark for the side of FlyToMoon. Finally, Nigma call it. GG comes out. FlyToMoon. What a call them, but especially from Jen.
Damn, that's a crazy performance. Really. It wasn't an easy game.